Thank you, sir, for this wonderful presentation and a well-timely presentation. Just to recap what Mala Ismail has mentioned, Mala Ismail has took us through the tiers of the considerations of Islamic economy, which we have seen that Islamic economy is having an additional one tier to what is normally obtainable in the conventional economy. We have the public sector, we have the commercial sector, and also in the Islamic economic system, we have the social sector. And this social sector is the complementing factor that is mostly used to tackle the economic challenges as we are facing currently in our present-day Nigeria. Just to give just like a hint that Asmal and Ismail has give us a tease about the impact of the social sector, the social financing. We've seen the zakat, the waqf, the sadaqah, and Abdul Hassan, that is benevolent loan, interest-free loan, which is highly encouraged by Islamic economy. Just to mention some issues that it may interest you to know that these social financing tools are the tools that are being used to build up the background of the prophetic economy, because these tools are the ones that have been used during the era of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he was able to build an economic system that competes completely in the world, to the extent that during the time of the fifth caliph, Umar bin Abdulaziz, the zakat wealth, the zakat fund has accumulated, and there was no anybody to collect it. Zakah, the essence of zakah is for income redistribution, to take from those that have excess and then redistribute it to the needy. So at that point in time, all the people in that area, in that particular caliphate, in that empire, they were satisfied. And whoever you confront to give zakat fund, they will say, no, alhamdulillah, I'm okay, I'm normal, I'm not needy, I'm not needy. So definitely, this is a very important tool that we need to revive the consideration of zakah and waqf in our own society. Because if these tools are actively considered, they are being used judiciously, the cases of poverty might have been reduced in our societies. Thank you, Madam Ismail, for this wonderful contribution. And we hope, inshallah, we are going to do more and more on this sector for us to be able to revive the consideration of the social Islamic social financing tools. So with this, I will go to the next session, the third session of this webinar, which titles Building Resilience and Financial Stability. So we've seen how we can domesticate the Islamic financial contracts in our daily activities. We've seen the difference between Islamic finance and the conventional finance, where Islamic finance serves as an potential alternative to the conventional financing system. So we've seen also that in Islamic finance, we have contracts that we can use to enhance to improve our own economic activities. We have commercial contracts, just like partnership, murabaha, and mudaraba. These are all partnerships that we can use, we can adopt to enhance our business activities. And we also have other contracts that we can use to finance our own consumption, like murabaha and ijara. We can use murabaha to finance our own consumption, and then we can also use ijara to finance our own home ownership and then leasing or rentals. So I would like to call on Professor Taiwo. Prof, are you available? So how can we thrive in this situation, Prof? How can we build resilience? Meaning, what strategies can we adopt to optimize our finances and build financial resilience in this hard time from Islamic finance perspective? Prof, go on. You have 5 to 8 minutes to give your contribution to this topic. Prof Tayo, are you available? Kindly unmute yourself. Maybe Prof is having some challenges due to network fluctuations. I will redirect this question to Mala Ismail. Mala Ismail, what strategies can we adopt to improve our finances and build financial resilience using Islamic financial principles?
So I think for this is for us as individuals to understand that it is a form of ibadah, especially if you're a Muslim, that patronizing Islamic finance products is a must for you. And we should not just take our finance that because I'm spiritual, I can't be a billionaire, I can't be a millionaire. So we should also change our mindset of engaging in business activities that can actually generate profit. So meaning there is nothing wrong in you being an imam and you're also the biggest merchant in a particular community. So meaning our propensity to do business should increase. Our ability to also engage in commercial activity should also increase. However, we should be well guided by the principles of Islamic finance, meaning your profit should be halal. And in doing that is that you ensure that there is social justice within your business activities. As a businessman, what percentage of profit do you think is sufficient or is at least moderate enough for you to charge? But not the way people are speculating in terms of pricing, whereby you purchase something at 15 naira, but you want to make abnormal profit from such kind of business activity. So what it does is that if everybody starts skyrocketing price, it affects you because you also need to purchase other products in the market. So meaning it is our responsibility to reduce the price of goods and services that we are all selling. Yes, we all know that there are some factors that affect everyone, which is the cost of energy and transportation. However, people should also understand that it is our own responsibility to also reduce hardship because our impact should be that we are contributing positively to the economy. We should also not form part of those who also contribute to the increasing cost of living just because we want to make abnormal profit. Yeah, there's nothing wrong in making abnormal profit, but is it justifiable at that point in time? So then personally, people should live within their means, meaning you should prioritize your purchase, ensure that you have your budget, and the budget should be for things that are permissible. Today, if you smoke, the propensity that you spend more money on treatment in the hospital is also high. So meaning it has a link. Some bad behavior has a link to other future costs that will be coming to you. So meaning somebody who is smoking today, the probability that he may have or develop kidney problem is also there. And this is why we say the Sharia, the prohibition of Sharias, when you look at it, the outcome itself, you understand that there are some immoral activities and there's also some hardship when you adhere to it that is going to take away from you. So I think it's just for us to be disciplined individually, ensure that we live within our means, and where we also make profit or you collect your salary at the end of the month, we should also redistribute to especially those who we think are vulnerable and need our help through the various means that we can also be able to do that. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for this contribution. It's actually, we need to look at our own budgets and also plan our finances and also to give concession in terms of our trading. There is a hadith from the Prophet ﷺ that mentioned that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses one samhan idha ba'a samhan iza ishtara. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses, is pleased with somebody if he gives concession when he buys, and he also gives concession in terms of selling. This is simply telling us that the profit maximization, yes, it's allowed for us to make profit, but we should be considerate of the impact that our profit making will make in the society. So that's why Islamic finance is compatible with the ESG, that we said is always compatible with the social, economic, and governance principles of the ESG. Thank you for this wonderful contribution, sir. And I will now go on to Prop. And you have heard what Mala Ismail has mentioned pertaining to budgeting, concession in terms of pricing of commodities, and then also financial planning. So what strategies will you add for us to build our financial resilience in this economic hardship situation? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate Malam Ismail. I think it's am I right? I think I'm right. Hello.
Yes, you are right.
In order to build the okay. In order to build the financial resilience, there are quite some issues to follow. If Allah says that we should do away with everything that is that is not allowed. I mean, in accordance to Sharia law, for example, this usury interest. This Allah forbids us. See, but a lot of us, what I see is that because of in order to meet up with maybe our everyday activities, a lot of us put our head in something because we want to engage in financial activities. We want to involve in certain investment. We'll be forced to push ourselves to go and obtain loan from this conventional bank. And conventional bank, nothing comes out of it. Interest is embedded in it. So if we need to focus on, even if we need any financial assistance, maybe towards our business, we need to do it. By engaging in this Islamic, following the Islamic tenets. So we need to engage in this riba-free financing. You need to explore all the Sharia compliance financing option. This will alleviate our debt consolidation and the new purchases. In fact, apart from that, I think Malam Ismail mentioned the issue of debt counseling. We need to seek proper guidance as regards the Islamic finance, from Islamic finance experts, in order to towards the debt management plan. And another one that I need to add strategy is that this is education and awareness. There is this financial literacy that we as individuals also need to enhance our understanding on this Islamic finance principles and concepts. If we have knowledge about this Islamic financial literacy, if we are financial literacy towards this Islamic tenets, then I think we will not saddle ourselves with a lot of responsibilities that will overburden us. And again, we need to stay focused. That is, keeping up to date with the latest development in Islamic finance and this global economy. And apart from all this, there is this aspect of risk management. We need to consider purchasing takaful, that is Islamic insurance. Takaful, in order to protect against this unforeseen events, instead of going for this conventional financing, because if we take loan from the conventional bank, after embedding the interest rate, they will after they will embed the, what about the risk of default? There's another percentage that will go for the risk of default. So, for example, I, as an associate professor, if I'm taking loan, the interest they're going to give me, because they know that I have the capacity to pay back, is not going to be the same rate they're going to give someone that is just a cleaner in the same working environment. So we need to have this budgeting. So we need to create budget that align with our income. We don't need to overburden ourselves with too much responsibility, because that will push us towards going to below the poverty line. And this issue of we need to engage in this obligatory charity. This obligatory charity by fulfilling our zakat obligation, because this zakat obligation, and it will be used for the less privileged and in the society. So we need to have engage in what is called targeted giving, prioritizing zakat towards supporting those that are in need, contributing to social welfare, and potentially reduce their financial burdens. So, and again, this apart from the zakat, we need to engage in planned giving. Apart from planned giving, we need to have this charity, voluntary charity, because we use that to support the charitable cause and seek blessing from Almighty Allah. And lastly, this issue of halal investment. We need to be investing in assets and financial instruments. We need to be investing in assets and financial instruments that are there strictly to Islamic principle, thereby avoiding interest-based transactions and prohibited activities. And lastly, we need to have this ethical consumption. That is prioritizing halal products and services, supporting businesses that operate within Islamic guidelines. If we do all this, running away from all the things that, because even if Islam prohibits us from going to business that are not allowed, the business that are not Sharia inclined, we are the one that will have ourselves to blame at the end of the day, because there's so many people that went to the conventional banking financing system, borrowed money at the end of the day, because they are struggling towards the payment, and because the purchasing power is now getting lower and lower, so they are struggling to meet up with their payment, and the interest that is accrued into it is building up, so now increasing the debt. So they are unable to pay the principal, and the interest is accruing again. So definitely, and again, it's leading to a lot of people committing suicide, or even unable to meet up with their daily needs. So consistent nuisance to the society. So if we can imbibe all these strategies, that will be it will go a long way towards solving this high rising cost of living. Thank you very much.